Kevin, again, we're here at the corner of Southwest 11th and Eagle, right again here in front of, again, the Plaza Towers Elementary. We've been talking a lot about that elementary school and the potential casualties that may have taken place inside that elementary school. But again, it's not just the school. The homes all in this area have been completely wiped out. With me now is one of the people that rode the storm out. First off, Elizabeth, again, explain basically what happened here today.
All I know is I was heading to work to the Norman VA Center, and the sirens were going off, and I went ahead and pulled over on the highway because I heard it was starting to get really bad. And so I decided to turn around because I knew that my dog, Ginger, was at home, and I just didn't want any bad things to happen to her. So I got home. I was actually speeding on the highway. Any cops can give me tickets, I don't care. But I was actually speeding on the highway just to get home to her. And the twister was actually behind Kohl's. This way, I could actually see it. I could hear it roaring and everything. It's my first time ever actually seeing a tornado. I was scared to death. I got in the house. The alarm went off. I ran in the house, threw my purse down. I called the dog. The windows started busting through. The twister was just right there. I could hear it. And I said, "Oh, no, you're not. You're not going to get me." And I got the dog, ran in there to the bathtub, threw the pillows in the bathtub. And I said, "Come on, Ginger." Got her. All I remember is hitting my head and trying to get into the bathtub, and I got picked it up, threw down to the ground, and all I can remember after I hit my head, I was landing on top of the dog, and I could hear her just whimpering, and I just cannot believe that we actually survived this thing. So. And
obviously you suffered some injuries to the wound. What kind of injuries did you suffer, I guess, or it sounds like you're okay?
Well, I'm about to actually go to the hospital. They think I may have a small concussion on my head, so. I mean, risking my life for an animal, I think I don't have a problem doing it because I'm an animal person. But to people out there, whenever you have storms and stuff going on, make sure you have animals with you because they can't take care of themselves. They need us. And I'm just very thankful that I'm alive because I don't think I'm crazy for rescuing her.
Now, you obviously live down here. Your home completely destroyed, it sounds like. What's going through your mind right now as you look at your home, all the homes, the school here behind us, completely destroyed? I mean, what's going through your mind?
I feel like I'm in a dream. That's all I can say. I just can't believe that it's actually happened.
All right. Well, at least you saved yourself and your dog Ginger.
Yes.
Seems to be okay. Mm-hmm. May have got a little banged up, getting tossed around as well. But again, I appreciate your time. Thanks very much, Elizabeth.
No problem. Nice
to meet you. Take care. Again, the story out here again. Absolutely devastation. All the homes around us completely leveled. Again, you heard from Elizabeth, came home to rescue her dog successfully. This is one of the good stories. Unfortunately, here at Plaza Towers Elementary, we may not have as many good stories. If I can step out of the shot here, I'm sorry, sir, and go in again to the school. Again, you can see that rescue operations continue here in the front of this school. As Lance said, there may be potentially dozens of casualties here at the school. We'll have to wait and see exactly what happens. But again, just an absolutely indescribable scene from down here. We'll continue to cover it and have more in the next few minutes. Back to you guys.
Jesse, thanks.
We should say that is no longer a search and recovery effort at the school. They have, I'm sorry.
Not search and rescue, it's a search and recovery.
Right.
Yeah,
so
at this point.
Search efforts are over.
Yeah, and we do believe, as Lance West told us, could be as many as 24 little ones that are fatalities there. It's awful.
John Welsh remains in Chopper 4. You have been up there for many hours now as you followed that storm into Moore and as you have followed the rescue efforts that are taking place. And as we've said before, the problem is time is running out. It's about to get dark in another 2 hours or less, and at that point, things come to a halt in many respects.
Yeah, Linda, the rescue effort here, as soon as the sun goes down, is going to almost come to a screeching halt. What they'll be able to do is they're going to be able to bring some fire trucks and use their lights. They have some police cars. They'll be able to use spotlights. I'm sure that they're scouring the area and getting all these rental lights that they can that run on generators to help this effort here. We're still showing you the school and where the people are still trapped or unsure of their condition, as we've already talked about moments ago. But this is really the main recovery effort. We've kind of panned throughout the neighborhood, and there's several people that are still rummaging through their stuff. And like Chuck talked about, that we do see a lot of people up here that are just kind of dazed. You know, I don't want to say they're just not awestruck, but they're just, I mean, they've lost everything. And anytime you go through some kind of a traumatic event like this, you're definitely going to have some post-traumatic stress syndromes and stuff that are going to hang on. And they might not show themselves today, but that's something else that we're going to have to deal with. Not only, hey, you lost your house, you hopefully didn't lose a loved one. If you did, you did. But now, especially for these little kids that were in this school, they're going to have some stress issues. We lived in Alabama, that high school got hit there, Enterprise, and they had counselors on scene the next day, and they even moved some kids to different schools just because of the stress that these little guys, these children are under and were under. They're going to bring back memories, and it's just something that could permanently scar these kids from that we're not seeing just by the damage that we're showing you from the pictures. But again, here we're still staying on this school. We're hopefully they'll bring out some people, and we're not in the condition that they are. However, it's not looking good. Just one thing to bring you, that fire that we saw earlier, it's burned itself out. Crews were never even able to finish putting it out. But the sun's starting to set. We'll probably have about 2 more hours. Hopefully they have dogs. We saw that they brought a Kubota little tractor there, and they've got some other equipment on the school that they're starting to pull some more debris with. So I think the sense of urgency is kind of setting in for a lot of people that, hey, we're running out of time, and we need to get this thing, start getting stuff looked in here.
John, I know you don't have a monitor on board the chopper, but you're on a great shot right now. Travis Shutton, our photojournalist, is of the may have been in that school. We're led to believe as many as 24 children may still be in that debris. It's no longer a search and rescue effort, but a search and recovery effort.
Let's go to Paula Price, who's joining us on the phone right now from Norman Regional. And Paula, I know that you have a situation there, not only taking care of folks who may be coming in injured, but you've got a little one there, and you're trying to contact parents.
We do. We have a 9-year-old girl at our Healthplex Hospital. Her name is Kaylee Hawkins, and she was at one of the elementary schools that was damaged. She's doing okay, but her parents are not with her, so we are asking if anyone knows her parents, Kaylee Hawkins, to call 307-2713.
And she was from Moore. She was in one of the schools at Moore, correct?
That's correct,
okay.
Yes.
And Paula, do you know how she was transported to your facility? Did someone find her outside of the school, or was she pulled from a school? Do you have any of that information?
I'm not totally certain, but I believe she was came through our emergency room, so I'm not quite sure if that was an ambulance or was brought by a private vehicle.
Okay.
I don't have that information.
And approximate age, did you say her age?
9 years old.
Okay.
9 years old. Yeah.
9 years old.
And her name is Kaylee Hawkins.
That's correct, Kaylee Hawkins.
So if any of her relatives are listening right now, Kaylee is at Norman Regional, and Norman Regional is on Main Street.
Well,
in Norman,
actually,
right?
I'm sorry. It's at the Healthplex Hospital, which is right off of I-35 and Tecumseh Road.
I-35 and Tecumseh.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
And they can call the number that you gave us, or simply show up and...
That's true. Either
Right.
way, show up or call the number that we've provided.
Or you can call us here at the station at Channel
Yes.
4, and we'll get you guys together. All right, the little one, as you can imagine, very upset right now and wanting mom and dad to be there, and we'll endeavor to make that happen.
9-year-old Kaylee Hawkins at Norman Regional, looking for her parents or loved ones.
Thank you, Paula. Mike Morgan.
Kevin, we have a little weather here in the metro we want to talk about. This storm has gone up pretty quickly. It is severe. Quarter-size hail over in Nichols Hills, and a warning now for Oklahoma County. Logan County, I think, is probably out of it, but over into Lincoln County. So Oklahoma-Lincoln County, that's a severe thunderstorm warning. Storm southwest of Atoka has a tornado warning on it. We have a few folks that watch us on cable down here in southeastern Oklahoma. Let's go to the storm tracker and take a look at where these are. And here's the supercell southwest of Atoka area, just a little after 7:40 p.m. this evening is when that will be arriving. That is a supercell with a pretty strong area of circulation just now coming into southwestern Atoka County, out of Johnston County, down in southeastern Oklahoma. Real heavy rain and hail, big hail, I-35 from Ardmore southbound through Lake Murray down to Marietta right now. So this is the squall line. They've found quite a bit of debris. There's been debris found up in the Tulsa metro area from Moore over the past couple of hours, so that debris has been carried aloft into northeastern Oklahoma. That storm that hit Moore is now over by Tahlequah and now about ready to head into Arkansas, with tornado warnings continuing on that. Let's go to the North Doppler. We'll zoom into Oklahoma City, and this storm is severe, quarter-size hail. It is now passing the Broadway extension in between the Broadway and I-35 on I-44. I-44, Broadway extension, I-35, including the zoo, up toward Lake Aluma and Forest Park, just southeast of the K4 studios here. There's Frontier City FC, and there's the zoo, and there's Spencer. Quarter-size hail with this. Towers are trailing back to about Oklahoma City University. Might be some small hail just north of downtown Oklahoma City, just north of the Capitol there by about a half a mile or so. That is moving to the east-northeast at 35. Hail right now, quarter size, and it is severe. Kevin and Linda?
All right, Mike, we appreciate that update. We'll come back to Mike if things get any worse here in the metro with that weather system.
Lance West has been doing a wonderful job of reporting on a very emotional and horrific situation in Moore, Oklahoma, as the efforts continue to find at least 24 children who still may be inside an elementary school that was destroyed in Moore. Lance?
Well, I'm a reporter, but I'm also human, and I bring you this news with a heavy heart. The Midwest City Fire Department Search and Rescue pulled out their entire team, swollen, tear-filled eyes. There don't appear to be any more survivors in that school. I was told by an official about 5 minutes ago that they have recovered 7 children. They were at the bottom of the school in a pool of water. They all drowned. And I'm told that anywhere between 20 and 30 more kids may still be inside. They've got jackhammers breaking through concrete, trying to reach the bodies, but it does not appear that there are any survivors inside the school. And again, it is with a heavy heart that I bring you this news. Also, there was a search effort at a couple of houses down behind me, about a quarter mile. They have abandoned those searches as well. The cries for help have stopped about 15 minutes ago. So I would suspect that the casualty number is going to climb throughout the evening, and we probably have another hour, maybe hour and a half of sunlight, so they're doing everything they can to put an end to an extremely difficult situation out here tonight.
It's excruciating for everybody involved, and especially the parents. Lance, have they moved the parents to some central location so that they can tell them what has happened or prepare them for what might be the worst news they're ever going to receive?
Yes, there is a staging area at a church about a mile to our south. That's where a lot of the kids and the parents have congregated. I suspect that there are emergency personnel delivering the news. There were some parents out here earlier just screaming hysterical, as you might expect. They have since been taken away to another area. And I understand that there's going to be a news conference, I believe at 7:30 tonight at Moore City Hall. They'll deliver more of the facts and figures as to what's happened out here today. But again, we do know 7 children, the bodies have been found. They drowned in the bottom of the school, and they're still looking for 20 to 30 more tonight.
Lance, when you say Midwest City Search and Rescue pulled back, have they left the scene, or are they simply, what we're seeing right now, I know that you can't see it, is a live picture of the scene. We're seeing the yellow tape that they put up around the school. We're seeing a long line of yellow uniformed firefighters and rescue personnel who seem to be moving debris away piece by piece. Now there appear, if I'm counting them right, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 2 dozen at the most on the scene. Will that effort just continue throughout the evening?
I suspect so. It's almost sort of a convoy assembly line, if you will, as they remove that debris down the line to try to reach the victims at the bottom of the rubble. Midwest City, one of the many agencies out here donating their search and rescue efforts to this cause, but they have pulled out their team. Still a lot of others out here. Newcastle Fire and Rescue has just pulled up. I see Midwest City Ambulance. EMSA is here, obviously. Oklahoma City, Moore, just jurisdictions all over the metro here trying to lend a hand.
All right, Lance, we appreciate your report very much. We just hate what you had to say. Ghastly report coming from that school. 7 children drowned at the bottom of the school. They think there could be as many as 20 or 30 more little victims in there as they continue to search for those bodies.
All afternoon we have been reporting on the storm that moved through Moore, Oklahoma. It was a horrific storm. It was deadly. It was devastating. 20 miles on the ground, 2¼ miles in width as it moved through sections of Moore. 30 miles, 30 square miles of devastation.
Incredible. There's
and
that website.
We're trying to look for people who are trying to connect with